How you doing all? Again, this is Jerry Aliberti, owner of Pro-Accel. I'm really excited to announce I'm going to be trying something new a couple times a week. I'm going to be taking contractor questions and giving a couple-minute response. I'm going to be naming this Quick Fire with Jerry. So let's get going with the first question. The first question is, we just hired 2 estimators who look like rock stars on paper, but neither lasted past 6 months. What am I missing when I'm bringing people in? This is coming from a general contractor in New Jersey. So first of all, this is a very common problem. Unfortunately, a lot of contractors lose hundreds of thousands of dollars, plus whatever recruiter fees they're paying if they go that route. I'm going to say this is when you're hiring someone in the junior level, this question doesn't really specify what level these estimators were at, but really quickly, the junior level, the person who's coming out of school, let's say, or coming straight off the field, you're hiring them for motivation. You're hiring them for organization. You're hiring them for the willingness to want to work. And of course, they need to be coachable as well. So you need to structure your questions around that. They're not going to have technical skills. They're not going to have skills on knowing how to build a crew out from scratch. Junior level estimators, you're hiring them for not only the skills that I mentioned, because they need to be ambitious as well, but they need to be people that want to be in that position at this point. Estimating requires a lot of urgency and it requires a lot of multitasking. So they need to love what they're doing. In addition, at this point, you can start actually asking them questions to build out crews and actually ask them technical questions prior to you hiring them as well. And also you want to get clear on what their ambitions are in where they want their career path to go. Are they just trying it out? That's fine if they're just trying it out, but know that before you hire them. Or if you're bringing them from the field, if they're in your organization already. Now, as far as a senior estimator goes or a chief estimator, these are people that must want to be in that position. Again, some people might want to give it a try who are maybe in their older years and they want to get off the field. But assuming that you're hiring for longevity at this point and someone who's going to be taking over your department, they really need to love what they're doing. They need to be well in tune with the estimating world as well. You need to ask them technical questions. They should be able to build out a crew from the ground up, and you'll get a lot of information from that as well. Also, they need to have an entrepreneurial spirit, right? They're running your estimating department. They're dealing with your potential clients, new clients, existing clients. They need to be in the world of networking. They need to be able to pick up the phone, be able to communicate, and they need to be great leaders as well. So you need to ask them a lot of good questions about leadership as well. Another thing too is, and this goes for all positions within the organization, is you need to have a probation period. So based on the strategic questions you ask during the hiring stage or the transition stage from field to office, you need to get clear on what they're saying they can produce for you and build out your probation period, whether it be 3 months or 4 months, based on what they're saying that they're going to deliver for you. Of course, you need to add in your own take on that as well. And each month or maybe, each week, you sit down with them and you kind of tell them, hey, this is the roadmap that we built out. You're hitting these points and you're not hitting these points. What do you need from me to get back on track if they're off track as well? If they're on track, great. And then you also need to take a lot of pressure off of yourself and let them know, I'm giving you a couple month probation period. If after this probation period, things are not working out, no strings attached, no hard feelings. You're either going to go back to your old position and possibly get demoted if that's their situation, or you're going to let them go. This takes a tremendous amount of pressure off of you. As the saying goes, you hire slow and you fire fast. Well, you hire slow if you don't have an ace that's looking for a job. All right, guys, I hope this helped you.